To call it a hot button issue would be a huge understatement. Right to work legislation, it could be introduced as soon as tomorrow.
Protesters are not waiting. Hundreds showed up in Lansing today, and that crowd is expected to get much bigger tomorrow.
24-hour News 8's Leon Hendricks here in studio now with a look at what the legislation means and what we could expect tomorrow.
Brian and Sue, good evening. You've seen it, and we expect to see more of it, and some suspect a lot more than what we saw at the Capitol today. Protesters aiming to have their voices heard. Proponents say the right to work legislation is about choice, but protesters say it's about dismantling the unions that many public sector jobs are based on.
It wasn't a completely unfamiliar scene today at the state capitol. Hundreds of protesters showing up in Lansing as word got out that the right to work legislation might hit the Senate floor as early as today. While it wasn't discussed before lawmakers broke for the evening, protesters made their stance on the issue. The issue is expected to take center stage tomorrow, when the Senate is expected to discuss the issue on the floor. The Republican-ruled legislature is expected to pass it. The big question is what the governor will do. He has previously said that he would not back the move, but some suspect his stance may be changing.
You know that those states that have right to work, those people make less money. They have higher unemployment. And what we want to know from the governor is that his vision of Michigan?
Here's what the right to work legislation means for us. Right now, employers are allowed to require employees to become members of an established labor union when they are hired into the job. Right to work means employees have to be given a choice whether to be part of the union or to opt out.
I believe that right to work makes Michigan more competitive. Nobody should be forced to join an organization and pay dues to that they don't feel represents their interests or their values.
And union leaders say if you thought this was intense, wait until tomorrow.
So the big question is, what will we see? We have a little bit of an idea of what some of the folks hope we see. This is the website for the United Auto Workers, the UAW, one of the larger unions in the area. They've got the rally posted on their homepage, Rally in Lansing. Join other Michigan workers tomorrow to fight right to work, and then they add in parentheses, right to work for less. So we'll see what happens. Of course, after all this went down in Wisconsin, we saw a recall effort for their governor. We'll have to see what will happen tomorrow. Of course, we'll be there to cover it. Sue.
Leon, thank you. We will have crews all over Lansing tomorrow to bring you the action live as it goes down. Our live coverage begins tomorrow morning on Daybreak, and that starts at 4:30 a.m.